Okay. I'm sorry, I always want to do that on film at the same time. So anyhow, this video we're going to talk about the blog. So if you've been watching, you've been following me, then you know that I've been talking a whole lot about KylaNicole.org. And it's super important that you follow that because it's my world. It's what I talk about, and I'm trying to get you in my world so that I can get in your world. So if you check out the site, KylaNicole.org, you'll find that when I first started it, which it launched March 1st, so I am totally effective now at blogging, I'm just saying, or giving my opinions about my thoughts, which are amazing, by the way. Yours are too, so don't worry, we can talk about it. You'll notice that I said, hello everybody, which I think it's the hello world one, which is the first one. And that one is just basically giving you my expectations of you and your expectations of me. I promise to keep it coming fresh, live. I promise to give you a little bit of reality with a little bit of love and a whole lot of truth. That's kind of what that one is, really, really basic. As I graduated from the basicness and decided I wanted to talk about real stuff, I talked about relationships first. And in the first area of talking about relationships, I talked about why women can't keep one. And I didn't just mean that in the sense of girlfriend and boyfriend. I'm talking about, oh, why you don't like her and why she doesn't like you, or why you want to be by yourself all the time, or why you just choose to kind of, I got one homegirl I'm going to kick it with and that's kind of it. Which I think is okay for most people. A lot of people, it is okay for you to just have that one relationship that's really, really good. I'm totally fine with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. However, I think that we have to examine exactly why we struggle so much as women in relationships. You know, we'll say they're catty or they're drama or they're this or they're that. But it's like, hey, what happened to real friendships? And I think things like offense happen, bitterness happen, judgmental happen, not being able to understand each other's perspective happen. So many different things that have kind of gotten us away from it, and that's what I meant when I talk about relationships. Now, another dynamic of relationships, which I may or may not have talked about, is the essence of what we define a relationship is. Any relationship that you get in is work. Any of them. I mean friendship, boyfriendship, girlfriendship, childrenship, any kind of ship, it is work. Guarantee you, I've tried them all and they are work. Why are they work? They're supposed to be work. Because it takes time to get to know a person. It takes time to get to understand a person. And you got two people trying to make one thing work, which is the ship relationship. They're work. A lot of times I figure out society has said that we should just move on super duper fast. We should get the babes fast. We should get the booty fast. We should get the body fast. We should do everything really, really fast. And relationships don't work like that. And so a part of that blog is discussing how you can have a better relationship. Whether that's listening more, whether that's listening and not speaking first, or listening to listen and hear instead of listening for a response. Tons and tons of good stuff on there, and I would love for you to check it out. And you should drop me a comment or two so that we can talk about it. I want to hear your views just like I'm giving you mine. As I graduated from that, I got really, really frustrated one day, and I was like, man, why are there so many half-naked chicks out here? Listen, I am not size 2. I might look like a size 2. You know what I'm saying? But I am not size 2. I'm a couple numbers in 2. Not quite in the double digits yet, but I'm just saying I'm a thick one, okay? Camera does me well. So what I'm saying is, just because I got it and I feel like I'm feeling good and I love me, I really, really love me, y'all, doesn't mean I gotta go out and show everybody else my goodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for the chicks that got the banging body and all this other stuff. One day I'm gonna get me a fake booty. I'm just telling y'all now. I don't want y'all to feel like I sold y'all out. One day it's gonna happen. I'm like, is that KylaNicole? Yes, and that's her booty. I'm just saying, they're gonna be like simple. But what I am saying is, if you're doing that, you should be doing that for yourself. Not because you want to fit in with society. Not because you want to look like the chicks on TV. Not because you want to slack, banging, and you want everybody to look and walk through the room. Like, why is that? And I was frustrated, so I wrote a blog about it. And I just said, where is the preservation act? Is it not okay for you to dress classy and sassy and still be able to pull them? Because I do it all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be half naked to get all the attention. And if you are, you need to evaluate yourself and you need to figure out what's going on with you that makes you feel like that's the only way for you to get attention. Not saying that there's anything wrong with you, but there are things that you need to evaluate within yourself. And this is not to shame anybody or embarrass anybody, because we've all been there. I can remember having a time where, listen, I am top heavy. And I was like, I'm sure everybody, When I grew up and I started loving me and I started having babies and I had this thing behind my name that's like degrees and letters and all these other things. And it just made me say, hey, I don't have to do this to get attention. People love me for me and I love me for me. And if they don't, that's their problem, not mine. So that's what that blog is about. And then as I gradually gone on and kind of graduated from talking about all the drama stuff, I talked about responses. And that blog came about because, I was having a really bad week and it turned into weeks. And I realized that I was getting frustrated with people because they weren't necessarily responding to me the way that I wanted them to. And that's wrong. Go figure. It was wrong. I'm wrong, which never happens, by the way, because I'm always right. But I was wrong because I realized something. The response doesn't matter. And that's exactly what the name of that blog is. Because if they ask you how you're doing or how was your day, they took time out of their day to ask you about your day. They came into your world. And sometimes we get really frustrated with people because we want them to say more. But I came to the conclusion that sometimes people don't know what to say. And they just want to make you feel better. And they don't exactly have the words. And they don't want to make you feel worse. And they don't want to rag on you. So they just stick with the basics. And I realized that that is more important than them asking me about my day. That's more important that they decided to come into my world. Their response doesn't matter. The simple fact that they took the time out to seek what's going on with me means so much more than them giving me 10 sentences, 5 paragraphs, a whole dissertation about what they think I should do. It's more important that they actually responded, so the response doesn't matter. Last but not least, the latest blog that I've done, which you'll have to check out KylaNicole.org to figure out the topic and to find out what it's about, but it's super duper interesting, but it's about perspectives. And I have come to this realization that perspective is everything. Go figure. I know that sounds super cliche. Your grandmama told you, your mama told you, your teacher told you, but it's true. Perspective is everything. Actually, your perception of a situation has the ability to change the outcome of it. And I know we don't want to hear that. I know we think that that ain't true. But in reality, it is, because you can take a bad situation and you can find the positive in it and you somehow make it through. Think about all the times you had drama going on in your life. And one day you just woke up and was like, you know what? I ain't gonna let this make me mad no more. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do and I'm gonna keep moving. That thing changed for you super fast. And if it hasn't, and you haven't experienced it, then you need to check out that blog, because it's going to help you understand exactly what perspective is and how to change yours so that you can start having a little bit better days. So you can check out all of my information on KylaNicole.org, the services that I offer, the blogs that I talk about, the book, 15 Ways to Improve Your Reality, coming June 20th. And you can check out all of my social media information is on that contact page. And I really, really hope you check it out. I really, really want to see you guys. I really, really want to hear you guys. My heart is your heart. And thanks so much for stopping by. KylaNicole.